Have you ever been to the drive-thru before? You're in your car, you pull up that little speaker, and it says,
Hello, look for adults in the door already.
if that's you, and you're not quite sure what they're saying, you're in the right place. My name is Daniel, and today I'm going through the drive-thru with you. We're going to be looking at the four main aspects that make it difficult for us to understand people when they're speaking in that little speaker. And we're going to go through the complete process of what to do in the drive-thru at the end of the video. So stick around, let's get straight into it. Let me begin by saying this. As a native English speaker, there have been times where I don't actually understand what they're saying and I have to ask them to repeat it. If you don't understand and this is your second or maybe third language, that is absolutely fine. Please don't feel like it only happens to you. It happens to everyone. All of us have had times where you go to the drive-thru and you have no idea what they're saying. Now, the first problem that we have when going through the drive-thru is the speed at which the words are being spoken. The people working in the fast food chain are trained to be efficient. They're trained to move quickly. They're trained to get as many things done in a shorter time as possible. They're not always focusing on the clarity of what they're saying. And if someone is on the drive-thru shift for a couple of hours, they're going to be saying the same phrases over and over and over, probably hundreds of times in a day. For this reason, the words tend to kind of join together into one elongated word that they say in about 2 seconds. At the beginning of the video, when I spoke with the effect on my voice, I actually said, "Hello and welcome to McDonald's. Please place your order whenever you're ready." So as you can see, it can be quite difficult. The second problem is the quality of the mic and the speaker that they're speaking through. Some of the restaurants, if they are maybe recently built, the speaker and the mic will be quite clear and it's fantastic. Other ones, they're quite old and they're pretty terrible. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about this. If you couldn't understand what they said, feel free to ask them to repeat it. You can say, "Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that again a little slower?" And they'll oblige. The third problem we have when going through the drive-thru is feeling the pressure of ordering correctly. Ordering normally is difficult enough, but then if you make a mistake halfway through, it can make things really awkward. You're trying to correct the order, maybe you say another word wrong, they're trying to understand what you said, and then before you know it, it's a big mess. If you're not very confident going through the drive-thru just yet, what you can do is you can look at the menu, go on your phone, and find what you want to eat. Organize what you're going to order first, then drive up to that little speaker. If you are able to have what you want in your head ready to go, when you get there, you'll have a little bit more confidence and you know exactly what to say. Now, this should not be a permanent thing. This is only at the beginning when you want to learn how to do it and build that confidence, but you should be able to order whatever you want and change your mind with confidence if you feel like it. And the final problem is the pressure of people waiting behind you in the line. This pressure will be there whether you're fluent in English or not. And there are 3 things I want you to remember about this pressure. Firstly, from where they are, behind you in their car, they can't really hear you. So even if you do make a mistake, it's fine. They're not listening to you. They're probably busy trying to look at the menu and decide what they want to eat anyways. The second thing, if they've been in a drive-thru before, they are completely accustomed to waiting. Waiting in line is part of going to the drive-thru, and everyone waits. People are happy to wait. And the third aspect is that no one expects the drive-thru to be that fast. We all know you sit there, you wait, someone orders, it takes 5 minutes, it's normal. I know some people don't want to go to the drive-thru and they would rather just go into the store because they're scared of making a mistake when they're speaking to the person through the speaker. Now, I don't want this to be you. I want you to have the confidence to be able to just drive straight in there, order at that little terrible speaker, and go and get your drive-through food. You deserve to be able to do this. I don't want you to miss out on a great experience and getting your food quicker because you don't have the confidence to go to the drive-through, but you can definitely do it. You go for it. Now let's practice. I'm going to go through step by step what you need to do and what's going to happen when you go to the drive-through. I've divided this up into 6 steps, and I'll give examples as we go. Number 1 is the greeting and the invitation to order. This is the thing that they will be saying the most. This is their first phrase they'll say. This is probably the one that's going to be joined into one word. As I showed you at the start of the video, it's just, it just seems, there's a chicken. It seems very fast, all in one word like this. Now, there is no rule as to what they need to say. I've looked at all the different restaurants. There is no solid rule saying that they must say this phrase. Everyone says something slightly different, but it will have the same general details in there, the same information. Here are 3 examples. Hello, my name is Shelley. Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like to order? Hello and welcome. What would you like today? Hey, this is Brad. How can I help you? After the first stage, we go to the second stage, which is when you need to place your order. You need to be very clear when you're making your order and make sure there is space between what you say so that they can offer you the options for that meal. If you're ordering a kid's meal, for example, they're going to ask you what drink you might like. I don't know if they have maybe the burger option, maybe there's a toy option. They're going to ask you a few different things. Instead of you just saying, I want the kids' meal, and they say, okay, they're going to ask you what you would like in it. So just be careful to leave enough space for them to give you those options, then you can keep going through the rest of your order. The third stage, after you've placed your order and they've given you the options, you've sorted it all out, they will ask you if it's correct. Some of them will read through the entire order. Some of them will kind of summarize it and just say the main aspects. Here are 3 common phrases they might use when you're finishing this section of the drive-through. Is that all for today? Anything else? Would you like fries with that? There may be many other things that they say, but it'll be to finish off. On to stage 4. They're going to give you the price of your meal, and they will give you instructions on where to go next. Now listen very carefully. They might say go to the next window. They might say go to the second window. We don't know how many windows they've got at this restaurant, so listen really carefully. 3 common phrases would be, please drive through to the next window, drive forward to the next window, second window please. If you don't catch exactly what they say, just follow what the other cars are doing and pay attention to where they pay and where they collect their food. On to the 5th stage. They'll usually have one place to pay and another place to collect your food. As you pull up to the first window to pay, they will usually check that your meal is correct. They'll give you a quick read of what you ordered and make sure you're the right person. If it's correct, obviously you say yes and you pay them the money. And the final stage, once you have paid, if you collect at that window, great, just wait there. Most probably you'll need to drive to the next window and wait at the next window. They'll come out and they'll double check again. And they'll say, is this the order for me, for Daniel? I'll say yes. Now, top tip, I always check what's in there. Many times they've made a mistake. I'll just sit there and wait. I'll open the bag, I'll have a look, make sure everything's in there, close it up, say thank you very much, and off I go. Now, with everything that I've said in this video, please understand that every restaurant is different. Every person working in every restaurant is different. There will be a million different ways, but I hope this was a really good general guide to get you through the drive-thru and give you some good confidence. And as always, the best way to improve is to get out there, put yourself in that situation, and give it a try. Let me know how your drive-thru experience goes, and I'll see you in the next video.